Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a missing/found person case that has a few twists and turns to it, and it's still an ongoing case, so I will be updating videos as I go along. This video is going to be on Kimberly Kessler, who disappeared under suspicious circumstances on July 4th, 2004, and was not reported missing for 8 years. The authorities believed that Kimberly just up and disappeared by herself and just didn't want to be found. The missing poster that was posted from Pennsylvania said that Kimberly was 35 years at the time, 35 years old, and she was 5'3" to 5'5" inches, about 130 to 140 pounds, with red dyed hair, blue eyes, and she had distinguishing characteristics of varicose veins in her legs and a broken leg that she had during childhood. And she also went by the alias of Pamela Kleiber or Pamela Kleiber. And as time went by, nobody had heard from Kimberly. So they didn't know if she was alive or dead or what. Then Kimberly Kessler moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and took on the alias of Jennifer Marie Seibert. So, who was Jennifer Marie Seibert? The alias is actually one of a female who died at the age 12 on June 13th, 1987, and she died in Germany, and on her tombstone it had her name, and she actually died in a car accident. And that is the alias that Jennifer took on, was one of a female that had passed away. And she was buried in North Cemetery, Butler, Pennsylvania, is where Jennifer Seibert, the real Jennifer Seibert, was buried. So, Kimberly Kessler, when she moved to Jacksonville, she actually worked at a salon called Tangle Salon. And Tangle Salon plays a big part in how Kimberly Kessler was found. And this is because Kimberly Kessler is involved in a missing person case of a female named Joleen Cummings, who is currently missing for the last almost a month from Nassau County. Joleen Cummings, I'll do a video on her, but she was last seen in the Tangle Salon. And ever since then, like, the salon has been taped off, and they're actually closing business because of this. Excuse me. So Kimberly went by the name of Jennifer Seibert and worked at the salon. And she has had 18 aliases, lived in 33 cities and 14 states since 1996. So it kind of makes you see, like, she's not wanted to be found. Like, she just up and she ran away. So Kimberly also had driver's license under different names in 4 different states, which were Texas, Ohio, some of the states that she lived in under different names, not necessarily driver's license, is Texas, Ohio, Missouri, Arizona, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and in nearly a dozen cities in Florida. Along this time that Kimberly's been missing, she's said to have worked as a truck driver, a hairdresser, and at a restaurant and a temporary employment agency. And she's also, like I said, now a suspect in Joleen Cummings' disappearance, and Joleen is presumed as dead. And so they're basically trying to get enough evidence on Kimberly, basically to arrest her or get more facts about what happened. And she's actually been charged under the FBI with possession of a counterfeit passport, and the FBI is also investigating for her for something else, which I'll get into. So how Kimberly kind of got caught in the Joleen Cummings case, even though this is a found/missing person case, she basically was seen on surveillance in Cummings's Ford Expedition around 1:17 a.m. on May 13th, parking it at a Home Depot parking lot. And she sat in there for a little while and then got out and left the car there. She didn't have permission from Joleen, most likely, and she left the vehicle. Well, when the Tangle Salon was supposed to open on the next few days, law enforcement went to make contact with Jennifer. And then she didn't arrive at her work. And how she was truly found is that she was found at a, not a parking garage, but where you go, a rest stop in St. Johns County, which is St. Augustine, with her black Kia parked between two 18-wheelers, basically. And so they made contact with her, and upon law enforcement making contact with her, Jennifer Seibert's not Jennifer Seibert. Jennifer Seibert is Kimberly Kessler, who is still entered as missing from Pennsylvania in 2004. So, excuse me. So, here's some interesting facts, okay? So, here are some of the Seibert's, or Kimberly Kessler's aliases. And I'm going to be reading them off, so I'm going to be looking at this so that I can share it with you guys. So, Kimberly L. Kessler. That's one alias, which her real name's Kimberly Lee Kessler, so it's not too far off. Then you have Christina Melissa, and it says in parentheses, Melissa with an Malissa, Brooke. There's Christina Young, Pamela Kleiber, Melissa McKernan, Melissa Lousy, Jennifer Marie Seibert, which we know Jennifer Marie Seibert was stolen name off of a gravesite. You have Mia Stone, Jen Lee Seibert Allen. So it's not too far off from the other name. It's just a little bit. Jennifer Sebring, Jennifer Marie Allen, Marie Seibert Stone, Krista Brooks, Pam Cleaver, Pamela Cliver, Pamela Jean Clyber, and Jen Silver Allen. So a lot of these names are kind of like just twisting the words around and having different names mixed up. But it makes you wonder how she came up with these names. Like, and why did she come up with these names? Why did she want to use aliases? What was she truly running from? Now, there's some speculation that her claim is that she was running from a crazy ex-boyfriend. But it's kind of like, what is she really running from? So this case has just been so intriguing to me. Like everything, it started out with Joleen, and then a few days later, like Kimberly Kessler came in, and then it came out that Kimberly Kessler herself was a missing person, and now she's involved in a missing person case of a female that she worked with that's potentially dead. Like they basically are presuming that she's dead, but not released why. So, some of the cities and states that she's lived in: Tampa, Tallahassee, St. Augustine, Fernandina Beach, Clearwater Beach, Arden, North Carolina, Baytown, Texas, Rochester, Minnesota, Smithfield, North Carolina, Little Rock, Arkansas, Mission, Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas, St. Petersburg, Ovidio, Boca Raton, Leesburg, Jacksonville, Lakeland, Butler, PA, Phoenix, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Portsmouth, Virginia, Williamton, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Dublin, Ohio, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Asheville, North Carolina, Arden, North Carolina, Waco, Texas, Aurora, Colorado, Pittsburgh, and Vermont. So she's had all these aliases and lived all these different places since 1996. What is she running from? So the FBI, since Kimberly Kessler has been found, and she's kind of a suspect in this Joleen Cummings case, which hopefully if you have any information on Joleen Cummings, please contact Nassau County Sheriffs Office in Florida. So the FBI is actually going to launch an investigation into each and every alias. So that's going to be interesting to see. Are these aliases stolen? Are they something where she just switched the words around and she just kind of played it that way? Like Jennifer Marie Seibert, she just added a middle name, or what did she do? And, excuse me, so she jumped jurisdictions, and if she was never fingerprinted, according to a CEO of a risk confidence group, there may not have ever been a match to her. So they also are saying that she is a con artist who understands the systems and knows what's required and very savvy, is what they're saying. And there may be a very big twisted set of facts when it comes out to the public down the road everything that's involving Kimberly Kessler, like, and I will keep y'all updated on this. So now, here's a little bit about Kimberly. So a man that she knew back in the day said that she used to be very odd and she couldn't hold a job. She got accused from stealing from some jobs. So it's kind of showing that she's kind of untrustworthy. She's also described as secretive by another man who rented a room in her Clearwater apartment. And she used to work at Woody's Barbecue in Fernandina Beach, but she quit after an argument with another employee over sliced lemons. And then when she went to cosmetology school, another person said that she was odd and that she used to drink mouthwash and hide in the cabinets. And that she would basically hide in the cabinets to see how long she could stay in there, which is kind of odd. Like, normal people don't just go and hide in cabinets to see how long they could stay in there. So that's just a little bit about her. And in reference to the stolen car, she pled not guilty today. And as this case progresses of this missing person case on Joleen Cummings, it is said that the FBI may possibly look into Kimberly Kessler as a serial killer, which doesn't seem very far-fetched because she lived in all these cities and had all these aliases. So that is where we are with the Kimberly Kessler found/missing case. It's kind of twisted, and as more facts come, I will do a video.